So we have exported a query and a table to Excel, and what we're going to do now is we're going to export a table and a report to Word. So the procedure is similar. We are going to start with our table, and let's pick invoices. And we're going to go into external data. And we're going to click on the More arrow. And we're going to choose Word. And you will notice that it automatically puts an RTF extension on the end. That stands for Rich Text Format. It is a generic word processing format that can be opened in any word processing program. Make sure that it is going into your Access Level 1 Chapter 8 folder. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to open when it's done so I can take a look at it. And I'm going to click OK. And so what you should see is the table data displayed in Word as a Word table. This is what we are looking at. This is a Word table with columns and rows. So what they would like us to do at this point is go ahead and close out of Word and then go back over to Access. So once you are back in Access, you're going to close out of the export window. And our next little task is going to be to export a report. But first, we're going to create the report, because you may have noticed that we don't have a lot of objects in this database. So we are going to go into Create, and we're going to use the Report Wizard. And we're going to be selecting fields from a couple different tables. We're going to start with the customer table. And we're going to choose the customer field and kind of move that one field over. And we're going to switch to the equipment table. And we're going to choose the equipment field and move that over. And then we're going to choose the invoices table. And we're going to move billing date. And we're also going to move hours. So we've got customer, equipment, billing date, and hours. At this point, we're going to click on Next. How do you want to view your data? Customers should be selected, and it is. So we're going to go ahead and click on Next. And we don't need to do anything with grouping levels. We're going to click on Next. I'm going to click on Next again. They do want block here. So we will change that, and we will click on Next. What title do you want for the report? They would like us to change the title to Customer Report, and then click on Finish. And we should be looking at the report in Print Preview. And they basically would like us at this point to actually print, which we're not going to do. So we will just close out of Print Preview. And then let's switch over to Layout View. And we need to export this, so I'm actually just going to close out of it, period. And we're going to choose our customer report so we can export it. We're going to export to Word. So we're going to go into external data, click the More list arrow, and choose Word. It's going to name it customer report.rtf, which is fine. It's going to put it in the Chapter 8 folder, which is also fine. And we do want to look at it when it's done, so we'll turn that on. And then we're going to go ahead and click OK. Okay, and so this is how that report looks exported to Word. Now, when we exported the table, it created a Word table. And what it's done with the report, if you click in the data, you can see that there are tab markers. So this is not a Word graphical table. This is a table created from tabs. Okay, so they entered the data, press tab, enter data, press tab. So it's still a table, just created a little bit differently. So at this point, make sure this is saved and we will close.